Smackdown was boring as per usual, week in, week out. Nothing really happened on this show, although Obafemi and Ricky Saints from NXT, they were on this show. And the winner, whoever wins the NXT Championship, they will face Cody Rhodes at Saturday Night's Main Event, which is kind of cool, so I do like that. But other than that, this show was just boring and bland. Nothing really happened on the show outside of that. So let's get into SmackDown from December the 5th, 2025. So we kicked the show off with Drew McIntyre. He's in the parking lot. He's driving a white truck. So Nick Aldis, he stops him with security. Both of them argue. Drew said that he won War Games. He's not suspended. Nick Aldis tells him that he's suspended and he wants Drew to leave immediately. Drew says he'll leave, but not for Nick Aldis, but for security because he didn't want to hurt them. So he gets into the truck. Cody Rhodes attacks Drew. He wrecks his eyes, and they start to brawl. Security, they break it up, and then Drew drives off. So that was okay right there. Then Cody, he gets into the ring, gets on the mic. Cody says that Drew broke an unwritten rule of this sport when he broke into his truck where his wife sleeps and his kid sleeps. He says Drew is WWE's resident cockroach. He says he tells Drew that Drew has not beaten him, but he might be the only man to break him. And then Cody says he'll stomp him out, and then that was it. So this is fine. They need to end the Drew McIntyre Cody Rhodes feud immediately. I would end that on the first SmackDown of 2026. It needs to happen there. Maybe do like a last man standing or like a steel cage or something of that sort to end the feud. This feud needs to end. I'm tired of this shit. Moving on. So we go backstage, DIY. They've got Action's mask. Ciampa says that he wants a title shot. Carmelo Hayes walks in, and he tells Ciampa that he might want to reschedule that because he has next. So moving on from that, this leads us into a Damian Priest video. And Damian says that Aleister Black attacked him. And he brought his wife, Selena Vega, by his side. But he has Rhea Ripley by his side. Rhea tells Damian... Rhea tells... Damian... And Zelina... Aleister Black and Zelina Vega, they poke the bear. And she's there with him. Rhea says that next week, it's going to be her and Damian Priest versus Aleister Black and Zelina Vega in mixed tag team action. Okay, that's cool there. Moving on. This leads us into the first match of the night. Ilja Dragunov defeats Carmelo Hayes with the help of Tommaso Ciampa. This was actually a pretty decent match. A really good match. So towards the end of the match, Carmelo Hayes was trying to go for nothing but net. And Tommaso Ciampa, he pushed him off the turnbuckle, and then Ilja, he came to, he hit a torpedo Moscow, followed by the H-bomb, 1, 2, 3. Post-match, he was irate after they showed the replay, and he basically wants his hands on Tommaso Ciampa. Okay, cool stuff there, I guess, but, you know, it is what it is. Moving on from that shit, this leads us into Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss. Charlotte says that she joined War Games because Alexa needed her, and that she means a lot to Alexa. She says that without Alexa, she'd be lost. Alexa Bliss says she's proud of Charlotte. War Games was good for her. Charlotte Flair says they're back to wanting to win the tag team championships. Okay, that's fine there. Who really gives a damn? Moving on from that, this leads us into LA Knight. He didn't really say much of anything. he says that he doesn't care about being a dream opponent to John Cena. If he beats John Cena, he cements his legacy, but there's only one person standing in his way, and that's Gunther. He said that Gunther's a former world champion and intercontinental champion, but he's unstoppable. But he's an unstoppable force, something that Gunther's never seen before, and nothing he's not ready for. He says if Gunther wants to fight, he'll ride. Pause. He'll get dropped on his head like the rest of them, with everybody saying LA Knight. Yeah. And no, it doesn't happen. Moving on. So Alexa Bliss defeats Kairi Sane. And then post-match, Asuka got involved. And then Lash Legend and Nia Jax, they showed up. So basically, what I said on my Monday Night Raw review is going to basically be true. It's probably going to be like a 5-way for the Women's Tag Team Championships at Saturday Night's Main Event. It's just that damn simple. So it is what it is. Who gives a damn? I don't care who wins that match at all. It's just, who really gives a damn? Moving right along. This leads us into Nick Aldis. He's in his office. He's talking to Cody Rhodes. Nick Aldis asks Cody if he's ready to do this, and he says he is. So they walk into Nick's office. So Oba Femi's there along with Ricky Saints, and which is weird because neither of them got no reaction because they were in Austin, Texas. NXT's done several events in Austin. They've had several premium live events last year and a couple this year in Austin, Texas, and there wasn't really a reaction, which is kind of weird for them. I don't know why. I guess it was just a bunch of casuals, but I thought they would have gotten a reaction. They didn't. They wanted to know why they were in Nick Aldis' office. Nick says that all will be revealed, and it's not going to be just by him. So Cody shakes their hands. Cody says that next week at Saturday Night's Main Event, whoever wins tomorrow at NXT Deadline will wrestle him at Saturday Night's Main Event. Okay, that's cool there. That's good. I do think that Ricky Saints will win, and I do think that the Oba family is probably going to end up getting his call up. Same thing with Trick Williams. I think it's time to have both Trick and Oba on the main roster. They're both ready. I'd put Oba on Raw and put Trick on SmackDown since his fiance's there. And congratulations to Trick Williams. Him and Lash, they're tying the knot. They're about to tie it. So good stuff there. Moving on. Speaking of Nia Jax and Lash Legend, they were backstage talking to Kathy Kelly. Nia says that the attack was deserved and it was justified. Lash Legend says that they're coming after the WWE Women's Tag Team Championships, and there's nothing that any of the other teams can do about it. Okay, that's fine there. Moving on, Jade Cargill defeats Alba Fire. Julia, she came out along with Kiana James. She distracted Alba Fire, and this allowed for Jade to hit the spine buster, followed by the Jaded for the 1, 2, 3. That's fine. I don't know why this happened. This was dumb booking. It really was. There's no damn need for Alba Fire to have dumb babyface syndrome. Unless they're going to feud Julia and Kiana James with Chelsea Green and Alba Fire. I don't know, man. I really don't know. Moving on. This leads us into another backstage segment with Fraxium and Nick Aldis. So they tell Nick Aldis that they can't stand DIY, and they ask for a match against him. Axiom says that he had his mask stolen last week. Ilja Dragunov, he comes in. Ilja says that if that jackass is begging for attention, he has it. He tells Nick Aldis that he wants a match with him next week. So Nick Aldis makes the match official, and Ilja says after he gets done beating him up, faction can have what's left of him. And then Dragunov turns around, and he's face-to-face with the MFTs. Okay, that's fine there. Who really cares a damn? Moving on from that. So Jade Cargill, she's walking backstage. She passes into B-Fab. Her and B-Fab have some words. So Michin comes in with a kendo stick. Jade calls Michin a lapdog. But Michin says she's B-Fab's friend. Jade says she'll talk to Nick Aldis. And so she can handle Michin next week. And so she can get stepped on. Who gives a damn? Fuck this shit. Moving on. This leads us into Solo Sikoa. He basically talks about how he got rid of the Sami Zayn problem. So then he talked about the Wyatt Sicks and Uncle Howdy. He says that he's Solo Sikoa. This is his ring. This is his show. This is his family tree. And he says that the Wyatt Sicks has something that belongs to him, and that's the Tag Team Championships. He tells Uncle Howdy that everything that was Bray's and Solo's, he points to the sky. The crowd booed during that one. He says now that is Uncle Howdy's, and that'll become his. He's going to take everything away from him, everything that he loves, all the memories, and he'll show everyone why that he doesn't deserve the name Wyatt. Solo says he'll take it away because he can. All he has to do is believe. Okay, that's cool there. I do like that promo. That promo was nice. So the lights go out. The Wyatt Sicks, they appear. They have a stare down with the MFTs. Then there's a massive brawl that breaks out. And Eric Rowan and Tala Tonga, a.k.a. Hikuleo, they throw some punches and big boots with each other, and the Wyatt Sicks, they stand tall. Okay, this is fine there, but I don't know why Nikki Cross had to get involved in that. It makes no sense. It's not believable, but whatever. I don't care about this shit at all, though. Moving on. This leads us into The Miz. He's backstage with Nick Aldis. Miz says that he beat John Cena at WrestleMania. Miz, that was 12 fucking years ago. Who cares? He said he should be John Cena's final opponent. Nick Aldis says that he's not even on the show, which is funny. He says not just anyone can be booked on Saturday's main event. So Bayley comes in. She thanks Nick Aldis for being a part of Saturday's main event. So The Miz, that's unbelievable. Then he dips out. Nick Aldis says that her match is against someone from NXT. And it's revealed to be Sol Ruka. So that's cool there. Then this leads us into Gunther. He had a backstage interview with Kathy Kelly. He says that he's the ring general. Any language, it translates to victory. He says he's going to beat LA Knight, and he'll beat John Cena in his final match. And he's aware that the whole locker room is full of passionate, hungry superstars, but his condolences to them because this tournament was a foregone conclusion. He tells John Cena they know they can't see John Cena, but he certainly can see John Cena. He wants John Cena to watch and pay attention, not to the fact that he'll beat LA Knight, but how he'll beat LA Knight. So then we get an Aleister Black video package. He didn't really say much in this promo, just saying that he's going to hurt Damian Priest and Rhea Ripley. Whatever. I don't care about this at all. Main event of the evening, Gunther defeats LA Knight via a crossface. The match was solid, but LA Knight is done for. He's done. LA Knight at this point should be asking for his release. In my humble opinion, he should. I wish that LA Knight would have won, but we all knew that Gunther was going to win. It's a foregone conclusion. And the fact that Gunther is going to retire both John Cena and Goldberg in the same year is just, to me, it's lame. It really is lame. The whole tournament was lame. It never should have happened. there should have been a list of final opponents for John Cena. Really, John Cena should never even turned heel all the way back in February. But it is what it is. That's the past. This is the present, so there's nothing we can do about that. It is what it is. That's all I can say. I don't care about this at all. LA Knight is done. He's all but done. Stick a fork in him. He's done. But that was SmackDown. It was okay. I mean, it's still boring, but it was all right. But what did you guys think? Like, comment, subscribe. Peace.